you.
Good. And we're going to discuss your business and what you do. Now, tell me a little bit about yourself, Nikki.
Okay, well, I am currently resigned at Stamford, Connecticut. I lived in Windsor, Connecticut all my life. I grew up there. As a young girl, I was always into fashion. That was like one of my passionate things. I used to always reconstruct my clothes. I used to design, style my girlfriends. They all know that fashion was just always my passion. So I went to school. I went to Weaver High. I graduated from high school. I pursued fashion, my fashion career. I went to Gibbs College, and I majored in business marketing and fashion design. And from then on, I decided to put on fashion shows. I was a fashion stylist for a few celebrity artists. I also created my first garment, and it was actually premiered on a runway for free from 106 & Park. So I'm not sure if they still remember her, but she was like one of my major big clients that I had. I also designed stuff for a lot of different celebrities as well. And then pretty much I branched off and decided that I want to give back to the community. So I then created this program called Beyond Kids Foundation. And Beyond Kids Foundation is a youth empowerment, fashion design, and modeling program that I, pretty much partner up with different people in the community and offer that to the kids within the community.
Oh, very good, very good. Now, what was your journey like to get to where you are now?
A struggle. It was a struggle. It was hard, but that was my passion, so I was determined. I went through a lot of trials and tribulations where I had people say, no, that's impossible, you can't do it. I have had people, you ask them for support. It just always felt like there was a roadblock stopping me from getting to, to the next level. But with all the faith and all of the hard work that I've been through, I was able to achieve those goals.
So you had the don't quit attitude.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Excellent, excellent. Now, in what way Beyond Kids Foundations value and empower, how do they empower our youth today?
It empowers our youth because it helps you define who you are within yourself. So we encourage the kids in the community, our youth, to be able to just bring out their creativity, because creativity makes history. So we try to impart, we try to teach the kids the adolescence of life, and we kind of incorporate it with fashion. A lot of people always say, oh, well, fashion is really not, something that we should pursue. And I'm like, fashion is every day, because it helps you. When you have something new on, you feel good about yourself.
Definitely.
So, you can sometimes tell when someone is having a bad day. They'll just throw on anything like, yeah, she's having it, or he's having a bad day. So it kind of teaches you the adolescence of life and your appearance as far as when you go on an interview. You definitely have to make sure that, your first appearance is everything when this is an interview. They look at those things, and some people don't take that as into consideration, but they really do. And so we try to encourage our kids to definitely, be mindful of those things, and then, just, again, to have fun as well. So.
And I like to have fun.
Yes.
You talk about fashion, and we won a trip. This was a few years ago. Actually, it was in 1988.
Wow.
And we won a trip to Vienna, Austria.
Nice.
And it was through our company that we're with, and they gave us an outline of things to do and not to do, but particularly not to do, and that was not to wear holey jeans, all right? And I'm talking about holes in the jeans. All right, because the people there, they dress well, all right, and they look good, and and that makes them feel good.
Absolutely.
So they helped us to appreciate that, and we got to see it there.
See, wow, nice.
So what you're talking about is you're really giving the children an opportunity to empower themselves as far as having self-respect.
Self-respect, yes, absolutely, and just be able to be confident. And beauty is within and out as well. So we just want them to be able to, and even when some people think that when you wear high-end designer clothing that defines who you are. That's not true. You can take the smallest. It's times that we'll go to different thrift shops, and I'll have the kids. We'll give them a voucher, and we'll say $10 is the voucher. You have to find something, and we'll give them a theme. It may be a night out, or we may say if you're going out to eat, you have to find something that's presentable, but also makes you feel good. That's affordable. That's less than $10. And a lot of times the kids they do an awesome job with being able to create different styles. We even have them reconstruct their clothes to where it may look as if it's a high-end designer look, and it's affordable, under $10.
Wow, you're also helping to become frugal.
Yes, very.
At the same time.
Yes.
In fact, that sounds like a show. I think it has to do with the runway. What is that called?
Project Runway, yes.
Yes.
So they do some of the aspects of what we do in our but we try to kind of stay away with other shows because we kind of don't want them to feel as though everyone has their own outlook of, but yes.
Yes. All right, good. Now, is Beyond Kids Foundation involved in any fundraising and supporting causes that help support our youth today?
Yes, every year we cater to breast cancer awareness. We're going to also start catering to other organizations as well. What we do with breast cancer awareness is we have the kids sketch. We do different things. Last year we did a bridal gown. And so what the kids had to do was they had to sketch a picture of bridal gowns, and it had to be pink, and it had to represent breast cancer awareness. Okay. And then they had to post it and tag it on our Facebook and Instagram, our social media pages. And then whoever got the most likes and put the most effort in, we actually had a designer bring that dress to reality. We had them actually make the dress, and it premiered on the runway.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah, so we definitely. So this year we're focusing on. We want to focus on prom dress. So we want to have the kids do a prom dress, and then maybe see if we can partner up with a hospital and see if one of the kids that is experiencing some sort of health issue and it's their senior year, and be able to allow them to wear that dress to prom, and they pretty much get a makeover.
Oh, fantastic.
So I think that would be definitely wonderful for both the designer as a student, and then also the patient as well, to collaborate.
That's excellent. Yes. So it sounds like you're having work with it in the community.
Yes, we always work in the community. Yes, we do.
Now, as the CEO of Beyond Kids Foundation, is there any other businesses that you have that are related to fashion?
Yes. So I have another company called Rich Girl Chocolate. So Rich Girl Chocolate basically is a chocolate boutique, and we specialize in everything that you can think of that consists of fashion. So we do a 5.5 chocolate shoe made out of pure chocolate stuffed with strawberries. We do watches, we do sneakers, we do necklaces, we do shirts, we do pocketbooks. Anything that consists of fashion, we make it out of pure chocolate. The only thing that we do, we actually do like a premiere, but that's only for the holidays. Like we'll do chocolate covered strawberries that's made out of a Christmas tree. And then when Valentine comes, we do hearts, a heart made out of chocolate covered strawberries. So on different holidays, we'll switch it up and do a little bit, and then we may put we'll put like Christmas tree like shoes or things like that. But it still consists of fashion. So yes.
Well, I have a question for you. Do you have any samples that we can taste?
You know what? I can make that happen for you guys. So yes, I do have samples that you guys can definitely taste.
Very good. Well, it sounds good and it sounds exciting.
It is. Our best seller is the 5.5 shoe made out of pure chocolate.
Oh, excellent.
So yes,
Excellent.
so that is our best seller.
Now, how can people get more involved with your organization?
They can actually go onto either our social media. They can look onto our website. We're always looking for people to come in to volunteer. We're always looking for instructors who are, have some sort of skill set within fashion. So we're always open, for other people to get involved. Even with our fundraising and our fashion shows that we do have coming up, we always looking for support. We're always looking for donations as well, sponsorships. So we're definitely very open to our community and others coming in to support the program.
Now, how can people reach you? Do you have a website? You mentioned you do have a website.
Yes, we do. It's www.beyondkidsfoundation.org. So they can definitely reach us on our website.
And how about social media like Facebook or Instagram?
We are definitely on Facebook and Instagram.
And how can they reach you? What do they look for?
They look for Beyond Kids Foundation,
Okay.
and we're definitely on there.
And what area do you offer your program?
Right now, we offer it in the Fairfield County, so we're doing Stanford, Norwalk, and we're looking forward to actually being global and reaching out to other communities as well.
Okay.
So.
Now, we talked earlier, if you could describe your program, you mentioned you have fashion shows, but then it was even broader than that. You have photographers. Talk about the youth as far as their involvement as far as that's concerned.
So usually when we have like a production sort of phase where we prepare before we actually do showtime. So what we do is we have different aspects of the program. So, but it's geared towards the fashion design and modeling program. So what we do is we actually start to branch out and see if other kids have other interests that will benefit the actual fashion show. And so we know we have key points, like we do know that, okay, fashion brings music. And we know music consists of DJs. And so we know a lot of kids out here are very talented that, wants to be entrepreneurs. And those are some of the factor key points that we try to help and support in the community, because not everyone is into fashion, but it all ties together, believe it or not, to pull out a wonderful show. And so we also have producers who does like the sound, the lighting. We have those kids that actually we have a program where those kids focus on nothing but producing. They do the lighting, and then we all rehearse together, as well as photographers. You need photographers for physics. So we have like different key pointers that we actually have programs where we have the kids come in and work on those things up until showtime, and then we let the kids put on the show. And we just make sure that everything is pretty much, we're there to support them to have a wonderful show. So we have one coming up, which is tomorrow. So it's open to the community if anyone wants to come. It's at Clunan Middle School, which is in Stamford, Connecticut, from 6 to 8.
Now, you realize that this show is going to be published all the time.
Yes.
So you do have shows that are during the course of the year.
Yes, we do. We have shows throughout the year. We try to at least do the shows. We do it per season. So we usually do a fall, winter is together. So we usually do like a winter, spring, and summer show. So we do it 3 times, and then sometime, we may do just a fashion show where we don't have, but our main big show where we actually have all the kids involved to do the lighting and stuff is, and where they have courses, is we try to do a winter, spring, and summer show.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes.
I have to attend one of those shows.
Yes, you do.
I'm sure you can get me a ticket. Right?
I definitely can. And actually, you know what? Because this show is open to the community and we just like to help the kids expose their talent, our shows are free.
Oh,
we do not charge, because we want the kids to have the opportunity to have people to come in and just, look and support. They're looking for the support, and that's what we're looking for. So we try not to charge when we give these shows, but again, donations is always, we're always welcome for donations. So.
Now, you mentioned the children. What is the age group of the children that you are actually teaching?
The age group for the fashion design and modeling, we start from grade 4 and up. We are looking next year to actually start having the 3rd grade, because we have a lot of those students when they see. We started elementary, but when they see the 4th grade, they're like, we want to do it. And so sometimes we feel like, So we're working on trying to expand it, where we're actually going to start working where the 3rd graders will be able to come in and also help.
That's fantastic.
So it's 3rd and up until high school. So we go by grade. We don't go by age.
Okay.
So.
Now, how about for the adult model that maybe need some training. You ever think about that, or is that already in process?
That's already in process. So in 2018, we will be launching our first adult modeling class. So we would definitely look forward to having, them come in and be able to, get more training if that's something they, are interested in. But we definitely will be premiering that in 2018.
Now, that's fantastic because that's an area that I do photography. And I do a lot of fashion. Right? Matter of fact, for the past 5-6 years, we've been involved in fashion shows with designers, and some of the young ladies could use some little training and maybe even improve in their modeling
Absolutely.
career. And I'm sure that you might be the go-to person. All right,
I would love that.
So we have to talk about that a little bit later.
Yes.
Now, do you have any? Well, we kind of did talk about upcoming events that you have throughout the year and different periods of the year. Now, are you looking to expand your program too?
Yes, I am. So I'm looking to expand it. I'm actually looking forward to even doing more going towards the South as well. So we want to be able to, at some point, be a global company where we're offering it not only to Connecticut but actually other states in the surrounding areas as well as like New York. We're right next door to New York, and so we're definitely looking forward to tapping into New York. I know we have had people that reached out to us in Atlanta, and I'm like, wow, Atlanta. But I definitely want to be able to expand not only in Connecticut but also in other states as well.
Matter of fact, one of my models recently mentioned that there's an up-and-coming fashion show in Atlanta in the month of March.
In March.
All right, so that might be an opportunity to network and things
definitely,
like that.
absolutely. And what we do also, which is very awesome too, is that the kids that put in the most effort, we actually bring them to Fashion Week. And we do that so they can have that experience, and that can just encourage them more to really want to take it serious. If this is something that you really want to do and this is your passion, we want to be able to give them that leverage of being able to have that experience, and then just prepare them for, if they want to go to FIT. We're actually partners with FIT as well. We collaborate with them. So sometimes what they may do is they may have some of their interns come over to our program and help assist.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So we prepare our students as well, our high school students as well, to actually be able to go into FIT having the experience versus going into there and not really understanding and having to learn then. We prepare them beforehand.
Now, how long again have you been doing this?
I've been doing this for over 15 years.
15 years.
Yes.
Now, my question is, because I've seen in the educational system over the years, unfortunately, it's just been getting worse. Right?
Yes.
Self-esteem is down and things of that nature. How has this program helped your children that you've been teaching as far as self-esteem and personal development?
It has helped them because it allowed them to be able to define who themselves are. And we try to encourage our kids, again, where we try to say, well, never look at what someone else may have. So we encourage our kids. It helps our kids out a lot because a lot of times the kids go through a lot of struggling because of their appearance, and they feel like, oh, I'm not beautiful. So we encourage them that, you can find the cheapest shirt and make it look expensive. So we just build their self-esteem within our program. We talk about every sort of aspect that there is when it comes to being confident within themselves. So we just don't go into the program and we focus on homework. That is one of the biggest things that we do, that we encourage them. Homework first, because you need your education before you can even go to the next level. So we try to make sure, because we work in the school district, we make sure that we start off small because you have to grow. So we maintain a C average. In order to be in our program, we like for them to maintain at least a C average. If they do not maintain a C average and they're struggling because of something at home, or they're struggling because, sometimes it is because of what they have on and they feel like if they don't have the latest stuff. So we also try to give them scholarships, or we try to give them, incentives to kind of help support them and encourage them that, you do good, you receive. So our program is just not based around fashion. It's also based around education and then again, building that confidence within in their self-esteem. And once they know that they can do it and they have someone that supports them, then 9 times out of 10 they seem to they strive harder to get to the next level. And that's what we love about, and we do challenges with them. We like, okay, let's pick out something that's fun, but we also have to keep in mind it has to be towards us. And they may say, let's go to a field trip to New York. We can do that, but everyone has to help one another and support each other because we go by sessions. So everyone in that session will say, if everyone can maintain a C average, report cards, let's pick a trip. And we'll go there. So we do just more than just base it on fashion, but we kind of incorporate it because, again, it is it's a youth empowerment program.
And it sounds like it's teamwork also.
It is. It's definitely teamwork. Yes, it is.
That's excellent. I was with my granddaughter this morning because my daughter is back in school and she's going for Alpine cheerleading. Took the course with
congratulations.
Actually nursing. But she already took, I think it's computer science. And she got a degree in that. And then now she's changing over to being an LPN. So anyways, in the morning, we take her youngest daughter to school. And so what I noticed this morning, her paper she was, I thought it was homework. I guess it is. But the subject matter was on bullying. And I thought that was interesting in comparison to when I went to school. You had that, but it wasn't a big deal. People weren't committing suicide on it and things of that nature. So I'm sure that your program actually refocuses these individuals to think for themselves and also, as you mentioned, self-esteem. Have you noticed with the children that you're dealing with how it has helped them in that area as far as the focus is concerned?
Well, we try to keep them focused. Because at that age, usually I see it in middle school more or less than elementary school. And what I find with the middle school is, it's all about who they hang with, their parents and their friends. So we try to focus on, and then what I do is that I notice that usually most of the kids that come to my program are friends. So we separate them. So we separate them, and we might, because we can't expose other children that might have less, less fortunate. So we make them partner up with each other so that they can kind of get a different feel and kind of interact with each other and build each other's self-esteem up within, their friendship. So we kind of do like a mixture.
That's good.
And then I think that helps because sometimes, people be afraid. The students sometimes are afraid to express themselves. And so we try to get that out of them. Like we might have one person that's very outspoken and might have one that is shy. So if you put them together, you can kind of bring that out in them and then they become open and it's easier to work with them because now it's all about building that friendship so that way if you are going, you can express yourself without holding it in, and we try to do that. And, and it helps because they may say, oh, well, maybe you should change that shirt and put this with it, and they don't take it as an offense because it's not about what you say, it's how you say it. And so we try to work with each other on, criticize when they feel like we're criticizing. No, we're not criticizing. We're just trying to help to support you so that you feel comfortable. And not everything someone says is always what you want to accept, but we do try to work on that, and so that way when it happens in school, they know how to deal with it.
Well, I tell you, it sounds like you're having some great success with this program.
Yes, we are.
Now, can you tell us briefly maybe any challenges that you've had in your business as far as that's concerned so that we can help our businesses out there? Any particular challenges that you had to overcome?
Well, one of the biggest challenges I have that is being able to have people, the support system, the funding is one of the huge challenges that you have. Because although, you want your program to be successful, you want your program to be able to expand and be able to, give other people that exposure, you run through these situations where it does cost, and everything you can't, as much as you love to do it for free, funding is a huge problem that and I'm sure a lot of programs, face those situations.
Oh,
But
yes.
funding is one of the major things that we kind of, go through. That's a struggle.
And you've been around for 15 years, so you're
50
you're
yes.
making it happen. You're making it happen, so keep
Yes,
it up.
yes. Thank you so much, and I am definitely, I'm very happy, and I enjoy it, and I definitely want to see, it continue to grow.
That's fabulous. It sounds like you're having a successful program. I wish you the most success
Thank
as far
you.
as expanding further throughout Connecticut. Here in Bridgeport is definitely needed. Right.
Thank you.
Dealing with the youth here over the years, I see self-esteem issues and things of that nature.
Okay.
So I'm sure that if you get it down here, and also throughout, you're talking about going to Hartford, right?
Yes.
It'll also be beneficial there too.
Yes.
As you know, our Score TV land business owners out there, you definitely have an opportunity to come into Score and ask questions about sales, marketing, things of that nature, or any other issue that you might have. Just give us a call, and as with you, our service is free. There's no charge for it. Helping putting together a business plan and things of that nature. But once again, Nikki, I'd like to thank you very much for coming and being a part of our show.
Thank you for having me, and I enjoy being here as well.
And we'll have to do it again.
Yes,
right,
we
down
will.
the road. All right, so
Thank you.
Thank you.